Deep within the forest of eastern North America grows a vine that most people never notice. It climbs through shrubs, twists through trees, produces strange clusters of green flowers. And for a brief period each year, those flowers release an odor that many people find unmistakable. The smell of decay, the smell of rotting flesh, and the smell that earned this plant its unusual name, Carrion Flower, or North American corpse flower. Despite its grim reputation, Carrion Flower is neither deadly nor dangerous. Instead, it is an example of one of nature's most fascinating evolutionary strategies. A plant that attracts pollinators by pretending something has died. This is the story of Carrion Flower. The name Carrion Flower or corpse flower is commonly applied to several species within the genus Smilax. These species belong to the greenbrier family, Smilaceae. And like many famous flowering plants, Smilax species are primarily known for their vines. Throughout eastern North America, they climb through forests using tendrils, thorny stems, and surrounding vegetation for support. Many species form dense tangles that can be difficult to walk through. Anyone who has spent time in eastern woodlands has probably encountered Smilax, whether they realized it or not. The plants often possess broad leaves, strong climbing stems, sharp prickles, and clusters of small flowers. At first glance, the flowers appear fairly ordinary, but their scent tells a very different story. The distinctive odor of carrion flower is not an accident. It is an evolutionary strategy. Many flowering plants attract pollinators using bright colors, sweet fragrances, or nectar rewards. Carrion flowers take a different approach. Instead of smelling pleasant, the flowers produce odors that resemble decaying organic matter. To humans, this may be unpleasant. To certain insects, however, it can be irresistible. Flies and other scavenger-associated insects are naturally attracted to the scent of decomposition. The flowers exploit this behavior. The insect arrives expecting a dead animal or a suitable place to lay eggs. Instead, it encounters a flower. As it moves between blooms, pollen is transferred and pollination occurs. The plant successfully reproduces and the insect leaves disappointed. Evolution does not care. Carrion flower is part of a larger group of plants that use deceptive pollination strategies. Around the world, many species have evolved ways of tricking insects. Some imitate dead animals, fungi, decaying fruits, injured insects, and even potential mates. These plants save energy because they often provide little or no reward to pollinators. Instead, they rely on deception. This relationship becomes a kind of evolutionary arms race. Plants evolve better tricks, and pollinators evolve even better detection, and the cycle continues. Carrion flower represents one small chapter in this remarkable story. While the flowers often receive attention because of their scent, humans have interacted with Smilax species for centuries. Several species were historically used for food, traditional medicine, and beverages. Young shoots of some species can be eaten when properly prepared. The roots of certain relatives became famous as ingredients in traditional root beers and herbal preparations alongside sassafras species. In fact, some Smilax species were historically associated with sarsaparilla. The word may be familiar because of old medicine, sodas, and Western films. Although modern commercial products often use substitutes, Smilax species played an important role in the original history of sarsaparilla beverages. This means the same group of plants known for thorny vines and foul-smelling flowers also became associated with food and medicine. Nature enjoys contradictions. Beyond their unusual flowers, Smilax species are important components of many woodland ecosystems. The dense vines provide shelter, nesting habitat, cover for wildlife. The berries serve as food for numerous bird species and mammals. The thorny growth protects animals from predators, and the vines contribute to the structural complexity of forest. What may appear to humans as an annoying tangle of vegetation is often valuable habitat for countless organisms. Like many native plants, Smilax plays a role for larger than most people realize. Carrion flowers remind us that beauty is not the only path evolution can take. Some flowers attract pollinators through sweetness, others through color, others through sweet fragrance, and some through the smell of death. What seems bizarre to us is often perfectly logical from nature's perspective. The goal is not beauty, the goal is always reproduction. Carrion Flower succeeded by exploiting a niche few other plants could occupy, and as strange as that strategy may seem, it has worked remarkably well. Hidden among the forests of North America, carrion flowers quietly continue their deception, drawing insects with the promise of decay, supporting wildlife through their fruits and shelter, and reminding us that some of nature's most fascinating stories are hidden within plants most people never notice. The next time you see a thorny vine climbing through the woods, take a closer look. You might be standing beside one of the forest's most unusual pollination strategies. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.